Hi, it's me again. I'm back. This is apparently part 3 of my laughter yoga video because my iCloud storage was full, and so my second part of my video got cut off. So this is just the last 10 minutes or so. So we finished off with Super Self-Care Boundary Woman, and I actually put my hands up and I say, okay, this is my boundaries and this is what I'm willing to do. And I don't know, just that physical action of putting my hands up in front of me and saying, I'm setting these boundaries because I love myself and I want to take care of myself, and this is what I think I can do and what I don't want to put up with, and this is okay and this is not okay. And that leads up to Super Force Field Woman, because I have the superpower inside me, the superhero who puts up force fields, and so that its and pops get bounce off, or things, if people get triggered and they say something, and I don't get triggered because I put my force field up. And I put this ironically, I use this a lot with my husband because I put my hands up and I go me, and then I put my hands up and go not me. So I don't take something if he's feeling kind of stressed out about work, and if he's kind of acting out, then I think, okay, this is me and that is not me. And I'm just trying to make sure that I have a big force field around me, that things bounce off of me. And I also like to do this is if I could try new activities, and if they're not something that I like or I'm enjoying, I can try it out, and if it doesn't kind of suit me, then I could spit it back out again. So I'm sort of in this in-between time, because I've sort of been retraining for a while. I'm trying to decide what the new me is going to be and what the new me likes, and so I kind of like, okay, I can taste this activity, and if it's not for me, it doesn't fit in with my self-care boundaries, or it doesn't bring me joy, then I can spit it back out again. It makes me laugh, and it makes it okay for me to try new things and just try things on and see if they fit me or not. And then I have, when I went to the seminar in Victoria, July 2018, there's a lot of the Not My Circus, Not My Monkeys popposite that was going around, which I found really helpful. So for a while I was putting stuffed animals, my monkeys, around the house and placing them around the house, because I was I was doing the over caretaking pop and the over responsibility pop, or I was letting things inside my force field, and I would pick up my monkey and say, okay, not my circus, not my monkeys. I'd have kind of stuffed animals to reinforce that fact that I was not my circus and not my monkeys. Super Force Field Woman, I was actually also taking things personally a lot. So I started saying, okay, well, how am I going to reinforce this? So I had purses. It's my do not take anything personally purse. So I would have purses around the house, and if I was being super sensitive, my super sensitivity pop was coming up, and I was really working on this for probably a couple of weeks at a time, and now it's secondhand, because if I try and take something personally, I just laugh. So I had this stack of purses. As you can see, my favorite color of purse is black. And I actually did this as an activity. I put myself on the front lawn, and I would just take purses, and I go, don't take things personally, and I would chuck them. And I would just sort of start throwing purses across my lawn. And then I would wear purses around the house and go, don't take things personally. And again, and I have to really thank DNRS, because some of the tools that I've used to heal my life, I've used to actually heal relationships with those other people and certain family members. And so I was taking something personally. I would use my purse, and I would reinforce to myself that, it's don't take what they're saying personally. And that really helped. I also came up with a don't make assumptions kind of dance. So, because I think, so this is part of the Four Agreements book that I've written about before in my blogs. I really like the Four Agreements book. It says don't take anything personally and don't make assumptions. And especially with, sort of significant family relationships, I would make assumptions and I would take things personally. So I would kind of shake my bottom and do this, don't take things personally and don't make assumptions, and shake my booty around and just kind of reinforce to myself with frequency and repetition that I was not taking things personally and not making assumptions. And I have a super empathy woman who was the original superhero, and I envisioned her sort of in a cone of light, and I can offer somebody understanding and compassion, but it's not my experience to experience, and it's not my emotions to feel. And I saw this poster of what friendship is, and this little stick figure carrying an umbrella, and her friend was sitting in the rain on a park bench, and it said friendship is, and this other stick figure was running out into the rain with this umbrella. And I thought to myself, well, you know what, that's not really what friendship is. Friendship is, for me, you're inside your house and it's light and it's warm, and you're opening the door and you're inviting that person to see that there's other choices, or and you can offer understanding and compassion, but you don't go out in the rain yourself. And you see, there's other choices. You offer love, you offer understanding, but it's not my experience to feel. And one of my DNRS friends kind of likened this. She said, well, I've heard about this in a different way, that you are not the tugboat. You're not going to go out there and rescue somebody. That's not empathy. You are the lighthouse. And so I really like that analogy. And so I have super self-care woman, super self-love woman, super self-care boundary woman, super force field woman, and don't take things personally woman, and don't make assumptions woman. And so the goal of my superheroes was trying to just kind of reinforce that I have tools and I have strengths and I have superpowers to deal with all this stuff. And so when I was taking things personally, I was being repetitive, but I was also making myself laugh, because I was kind of essentially hitting two pops with one purse. One is that I was taking things personally, and then I was judging myself, a negative self-judgment pop for taking things personally. So if I made myself laugh, I would not go into the second pop. And that's what became Super Chocolate Woman. Because I was sitting and eating chocolate, because my husband had given me some, and I was like on the fifth chocolate, and I started judging myself for eating chocolate. And I thought to myself, you know what, there's nobody in the whole entire world that cares that I'm eating chocolate except me. And then I would actually start judging myself for judging myself. So I popped twice. I judged myself for eating chocolate, and then I judged myself for judging myself. It's like, oh, you popped again. So then I just thought, okay, this is ridiculous. And so I made another superhero. I called her Super Chocolate Woman, because she can eat any amount of chocolate without judging herself or without judging. And so that sort of became Super Chocolate Woman. She doesn't judge herself. She doesn't judge others. She offers herself compassion and others compassion. So that's Super Chocolate Woman. And then I am, and then I have a couple others that are sort of my sort of spiritual superpowers. I have woman full of faith and grace. I have a calm and centered woman, and I have kind and compassionate woman who is connected to everyone and everything. And so those are sort of my spiritual beliefs that I sort of incorporate into my superheroes. And my last popposite is don't make perfect the enemy of good. So because I have an over perfection pop, and I'm sure that many of you have so many wonderful popposites. I'd love to hear any of them. Just message me in the bottom. I hope that this video was helpful, and it is just out of gratitude for how much DNRS has changed my life, that I wanted to make this and kind of share it with others. DNRS has given me so much, and I wanted to give something back. And so we're just going to finish off with a little 2-minute meditation, which I often do at the end of my laughter yoga sessions. We're going to close our eyes, and we're going to go to a field of flowers, and the sun is shining. Blue sky and yellow sun and puffy white clouds, and there's wind on our faces. And there's butterflies and Indian paintbrushes and white daisies and blue bonnets and butterflies of every color. And there's birds, and it is so beautiful. And the sun is shining down on our heads and all the way down to our feet, and it bathes us with this beautiful orange light. And it fills us up with joy and energy, love and laughter, happiness and joy, gratitude and peace. Thank you for all that I have in this moment. Thank you for who I am. Thank you for what I can do and who I can be. Thank you for this beautiful day. It is a brand new day, a brand new me, and a brand new life. I am so grateful. And as this yellow energy bathes us from head to toe, it fills us with this beautiful yellow joy. And when you're ready, you can take 3 deep breaths and soak it all in, and open your eyes. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day, and I'm sure you're going to do great. Take care. Bye-bye.